What's poppin'? It's your boy DJ Chalk on the block.
What's the deal? This is C Real. Y'all are tuned into the night show. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on?
Hey, what's the deal, fellas? How are y'all doing?
Today we got a special guest, y'all. We got a special guest. Everybody in Houston either knows him or has heard of him. If you don't know, you're about to know. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Chef Dillo in the building. What's going on?
Oh man, that's love, man. I appreciate it. I don't know about a myth and a legend just yet, but
Are you getting there?
shit. Actually,
yeah, for
maybe
sure, man.
the myth part for sure. but
You
but no,
Nah,
man,
to some of these kids, you definitely the man, myth, and legend, bro. For sure. Looking up.
I'm starting to realize that, man. It's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm just like, man, I don't know if y'all want to take this path in this career. It's something else, you know. It's tough. It's fun. It's tough, but life is cool, bro. At this point right now, I can't complain, bro. Life is like, I can't even
Well,
explain it right now, bro. It's
bro,
a
you put in the
dream.
work, you know what I'm saying? You put in the work to get there, and that's what we want to touch on this episode, you know what I'm saying? We're going to show everybody, show the kids looking up, man, like what it really takes to be in a position like yours, man. So we'll
So
definitely get into
for
that.
those of y'all that don't know, most people do know that, in Houston, but Dylan is a music engineer, and he's been doing it for how many years now?
8.
Eight
I
years.
interned for 2 years and I've been freelancing for 6. Oh no, I interned for a year and a half and I've been freelancing for 5.5.
For 5.5,
Or
right?
no, what's the math? 6.5. Sorry.
Yeah. You went to school for that, right?
No, I got an internship.
You got
Yeah, so I didn't. So how it kind of happened is, I mean, are we doing backstories? Should I just drop the backstory?
drop the backstory, bro. We need everybody to know.
So man, I was 18 years old and I moved to Austin to try and go to college. I wanted to leave the city. I just wanted something different and things like that. So I moved to Austin and I tried to go to college. I tried. I went to orientation and I never went back to school ever again. When the
Was
teacher
that
was
this
lame,
too much?
that was too much. The teacher was already talking some bullshit. He sounded like he hated his job. So I was like, you're not about to sit here and make me hate my life because you hate your life for a whole year and a half or semester or whatever it may be. And I quit and I went and got 2 jobs. I went in and worked 2 retail jobs, bro, at the same time. And I just started working and hustling. And so at that point, I realized like, okay, I can make money and I don't have to be in debt like everyone else was going in debt. And I was just working and paying for my apartment. And that was the only bills I had besides like my even then I didn't have a phone bill and things like that because my parents paid for a lot of that shit. So it was like I just took the blessing for what it was of having parents like how we have and just went and worked and started creating and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. So I did that for a year in Austin. I didn't find anything in Austin. I just worked for a year and I felt like I wasted a year of my life in retail. So I came back to Houston, and when I came back to Houston, my family had found out, like, you know, I didn't want to do school. I wanted to figure something else out, and they weren't really understanding. So they kind of gave me a little bit of time to figure something out. I was chilling at home. I ended up finding a dude. There's a guy that I ran into, and he was building a recording studio in his house, and he was a rapper. And so when I went over to his house one day, I noticed him like he was putting tiles down and he was like building this little recording booth and stuff. And I was like, "What you doing, bro?" And he's like, "I'm a rapper, bro. I'm about to record my mixtape. I'm about to be the next rapper and shit." I was like, "That's pretty tight. I've never heard somebody like I don't know any rappers. I never met a rapper in my life." So and I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on hip hop. This is my first time. I almost looked at him as a celebrity. I thought he was popping and this, even though he was a nobody, he was just like, "Oh, this is tight. I get to see someone doing their process and like he really wants it. And like, this is cool." I asked him, "Can I hang out with you?" So I hung out around his house. I started helping him put tiles down. I was over there reflooring the floors for him. And we're like building booths and putting foam up in it and whatnot, to the point where I was gone from my parents' house like 3-4 days out the week. They would see me. I would just be gone. I'd be at this guy's house helping him build his studio in the hood in Third Ward, to the point where I finally found this, like, I did my first recording. One day he would record himself, but one day I told him, hey man, it looks like it's a lot of work. Why don't you just tell me how to record you, and you go in the booth and you go do your thing, and I'll just push the buttons. And he said, bet. And so he showed me, and I started doing it. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. And then I was like, hey man, like, do people get paid for this? He's like, yeah, man, there's some like famous people out here that get big money. I was like, for real, for music, to do rap music? He's like, yeah, bro, there's some rich people out here. Like, those fools aren't wearing chains and stuff for no reason. I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense. So I went on Google and I researched recording engineer schools in Houston. And there were none besides like HCC and regular typical schools. And I already canceled out school in my head. I wasn't going to do college.
Yeah.
College was already canceled out.
Okay.
There was a school in LA called Recording Connection. And pretty much what they did is they would give you would pay them a certain amount of money. And depending on what city you're in, they would get you an intern, or they get you an interview with a major studio. So
okay.
I paid them a little bit. I gave them $1,000, right? I gave them $1,000, and they sent me Pro Tools, and they got me an interview with a studio in Houston, a studio called Barron Studios. Actually, that's where Travis Scott was created. And so they got me the interview over there. I went and interviewed for them, and that's where I met my mentor, Vince. There's a guy named Vince Campo. Shout out to Vince, bro, the superhuman that gave me a chance and created me.
Okay.
Him and this guy
Vince.
named
Shout
out Vince, bro. Going back a little bit, my parents had found out I was interested in audio school. I told my parents I want to be an audio engineer. Not only that, my dad, if y'all know my dad, there's a lot of people know my dad. He's the live sound guy in the Indian community.
Yeah.
So like, wouldn't it make sense for his son to go to school for that? Like, he's kind of raised in it, right? Nah, my parents like, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. And
it's just how brown parents are, bro. Sometimes they just don't understand it, man. They can't.
It's crazy because they did it. My dad did it before me, and he made a good little chunk of change. So it's like, bro, there is potential, and you have everything it takes to put your son on. Why not? But I don't know. I still haven't had that conversation with them on why not. Why didn't y'all let me take over my dad's business? Why did y'all make me go figure it out myself?
Right.
And so maybe that's it. Maybe they were trying to teach me a lesson of, oh, we're not going to hand you nothing. Or maybe they were just like, no, we don't want you to go down that path. We want you to go down the typical, because my parents tried to predestine me. They gave me the initials Dylan. They named me Dylan so that my initials would be DR, so that I'd grow up to be a doctor. They were trying to predestine some shit. So they're like, no, you need to be the doctor because that's why we named you that. And this is why, like, I was named after my doctor who delivered me. So it's like, they tried so hard to make this happen. And the fact it didn't happen, it's like, it's ruining, like, I don't know. It's tough, but
Definitely.
anyways.
Does he still do that? Does your dad still do the sound, or does he do something different now?
No, he's retired. My dad retired, actually. So
yeah,
he
was doing like pretty big stuff, like sound wise and stuff. I think he shot like a movie before, things like that, right? Like,
bro, my dad's done some, and that's why I think I was born for this, because I grew up around, like, MG Srikumar used to come to my house. Like, I know MG Srikumar.
Yeah.
My dad I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but fuck it. My dad put MG Srikumar on tequila. You know what I'm saying? The reason that MG Srikumar drinks tequila is because of my dad. He ain't never had tequila before. And the first day he tried tequila at my house, I remember I was like 15 years old. That man lost his mind. He's like, oh, he lost it. I've never seen MG Srikumar freak out. He took a tequila bottle and he took my mom's blood pressure monitoring system. Because apparently he's never used one of those. You know those things you put on your arm and you pump it?
Yeah.
He never seen one in his life. That fool lost his mind. Like, my dad changed MG Srikumar's life. Like, I've met Rajan P. Dave before he died. I met like all the superstar actors, bro. My dad was the dude flying them all out. So
yeah,
how I look at it is, man, why would you not just throw your son in the mix? Why would you not let your son just take over and say again?
Are you a quick alley-oop?
Why not, right? But I think they're scared. I think even though those are Indian actors and singers, the industry has another side to it, bro. There's a dark side to every industry. Don't matter if it's the gospel industry, don't matter if it's the hip hop industry, don't matter what this entertainment industry has that other side, and I think my parents know that, and that's what my mom always tells me. Like, she's all like, the only time she texts me is to tell me like, be careful, don't fall into anything that you're not supposed to fall into. And that just lets me know, okay, she knows there's a crazy side to this world.
Yeah,
She
right.
knows there's a crazy side to everything on this entertainment world. Like, no matter if it's Indian or American,
Yeah.
then she just didn't want me to go into it. But also, they're forgetting they raised me. So it's like, they raised me with good morals. They raised a good kid. They didn't raise an idiot little loose cannonball. So it's like, y'all got to trust me, man. Y'all got to trust what y'all brought up into the world. You got to have a little bit of faith in me, bro. I'm not about to go out here and disrespect y'all like that.
Got you. So how do they feel about it now? Like what are their thoughts now that they know you're out in LA, you're working with YG, you're working with major artists. So how do your parents feel about it now? I mean,
They don't know anything, bro.
oh, okay.
My parents they don't care.
Okay.
They like, I remember I did a National Geographic commercial, and I told my mom, and she was like, okay, when are you going to quit? So it's like,
okay,
it doesn't matter. I've done Fox, I've done Sprint, I've done YG, man. I've done big things, and my parents, at the end of the day, like, this isn't it, bro. You need to figure something else out.
Oh, they still think that.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Oh, the level you're on now, like what you're doing, because like that, I mean, that might be like, they might.
It doesn't matter to them, bro. It doesn't.
Okay.
To them, it doesn't matter. To them, I have to, and there's nothing wrong with how they think about me in that sense. They raised me. They gave me all these opportunities. The reason I'm alive and breathing is because of my mom and dad. So it's like, they got every right to say whatever they want.
Well, I think, man, with brown parents, bro, I have a feeling like they need to hear it from somebody else's mouth. You know what I'm saying? What their son is doing, especially like another like auntie, uncle in the community or something. Then they'd be like, oh, okay, maybe he's doing something. If they're gonna hear it from you, they'll be like, oh, well, you still need to go and accomplish this and that.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's kind of how it is.
It is. No, and that's how it happened. Not to cut you off, but that's so my parent, like, before, my family never talked. Like, there was a good 4 years of my life where I didn't speak to anyone nobody would speak to me in my family except my brother and my cousin Jijo. Other than that, like, nobody would speak to me. So nowadays, it's funny because now I have family, and now my mom hits me up. And I know the reason why my mom hits me up now is because there's aunties and uncles going, because all these Indian kids are going and telling their parents, like, oh, Dylan's doing this, Dylan's doing that. So all the aunties and uncles think that I must be richer than life.
Yeah.
And so they're going and telling my parents, oh, your son is doing this and your son is doing that. And my parents are over there like, he is? What? For real? Oh,
Yeah.
Like, they don't know. So I know that they're hearing all this stuff from people, but they still don't believe it.
I got you.
Right.
And I don't know what it's going to take for them to I think like my new goal right now is to pay off all my mom's the typical pay off all my mom's bills. I feel like once I do that, then she'll be like, okay, I get it. I get it.
Right.
I get it. Because she's taking care of me my whole life. So maybe if I take care of her for once, she'll, okay, my son is okay. I don't have to work, because she's worried that she has to take care of me every day. She's always wondering, like, oh, do you need money? You know what I'm saying? She'll hit me up randomly every now and then, like, Mom, you need money? You need, like, are you, like, she still checks up on me to make sure I'm straight. Like, I remember I got jammed up and in trouble one time, and I need some money, and it's like, I know I didn't need money, but they found out I was in trouble, and she was trying to pay for it. And I'm like, I'm good, man. I made the mistake. It's on me. Like, I appreciate you. That shows that you still love me. But trust me, you raised a good kid. You raised a hustler. Like, unfortunately, you raised a monster who knows how to get it himself. So I'll figure it out. And if I do need y'all, I'll come back. And that's the one blessing I got.
Yeah, parents are always gonna love their children. And now that I have one, I really understand that, man. And I wasn't always a big believer of that, but it's always there. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what you do.
What you do, no matter what, bro. So that love is just always going to be there. So no, that love is there for sure. I'm sure in the due time you're about to get those phone calls like, Dylan, let me come to LA. They're probably gonna, they're gonna.
Oh, my mom did ask to come to my house, but I told her hell nah.
Yeah.
You gonna
I
come over
feel you.
here and try to mom me? Like I haven't had. That's the one thing I haven't had I haven't had parental figures over me in 8 years. So it's like
Yeah, it's different.
I can't live. So there's been moments where I've tried to go home and live at home just to like cut my costs, but I can never do it. Not in the sense of I want to be disrespectful to my parents, but I've learned how to take care of myself to the point where I don't know how to like how do I say it? Not listen to people, but it's like I don't know how to do what people tell me to do when
Yeah,
that's not how that's not how I want to do it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely, bro. You're used to waking up and doing what you want to do every day. You know what I'm saying? So
Every day.
yeah, what you need to do and what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard
Right.
to I totally get it. It would be weird for me to go back home now too. You know? I'll be
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. It would be smarter for me to go home. I save a lot of money, but
no,
it's
Hey man, but the opportunities in LA are just, there's so much more,
of
Yeah.
course,
so
of course.
so getting back to like the music stuff, right? So like with
Uh-huh.
engineering, like what was your first like I guess real gig like with an artist like some even local
As in like celebrity or just gig period?
both, you know what I'm saying, like what was your first walking through the door, and then like for celebrity, like who did you like who were you dealing with in Houston that kind of like
So
got you on the map a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
the first person to put me on the map, I think, was this producer named June James. He was in
Oh, I know
Houston.
June. Well, I've so we know our boy Aloe, and he's a
Oh,
DJ
you
out
know
here.
Aloe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. So
Okay.
and I was
The
yeah,
circle
we linked up with
connects.
June once or twice at Aloe's crib. I remember that for sure.
So me and Aloe executive produced the first project that I did with June.
okay,
And that project had Steven Jackson. So Steven Jackson is June's cousin, the basketball player.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
so Steven Jackson ended up like, I mean, he pretty much put June on in the sense of like gave him all the features. Like I executive produced a project 3 years out of my internship, and it had T.I. on it, Jeezy, Sauce Walker. This is before Sauce when then blew up. Propane, Slim Thug, Paul Wall. Like it had all these big names, and he put my name on it. He was the first guy to ever put my name on a piece of work. And then at that, he didn't just put engineer, he put executive produced by me and Aloe.
okay.
And so
Damn.
that was
Hell yeah.
like, that set me off. As soon as people started, because that's when people were still passing out mixtapes. So when you saw the mixtape cover, you flip the cover over, boom, my name is right there. Dylan, they used to call me Real Deal back then. So
Mhm.
there was Dylan Real Deal Rajan on all these mixtapes all through Houston, and my career just kind of took off. That's when I started getting calls from, I got the Manny Fresh call, I got this call, I did a session with Zero. K Reno, who's a Houston legend. I used to run his brother's studio in South Park for a good couple years. Shout out K Water, man. That man put me on. He put me on my Zero record. Like, it's just a domino effect. Once one person believes in you, then it's over. Once you get that
Right.
one cosign, it's over.
You got to
So
get
you were working with Manny Fresh for a minute though, right?
I worked with Manny Fresh for about 4 years.
Word. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So that's a
Yeah.
good. That's a half your career.
Yeah, it was half my career. Yeah, I like the one thing I benefited in, and I think it's because the lifestyle I chose. So, for lack of a better term, I stayed in the streets in a sense. Like
Mhm.
I was always around the street rappers and I was around the people who knew how to make money. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't around the hippie artists. Like there's a lot of there's hippie artists, and there's been business-minded artists. There's people who just want to do music with their homeboys and just put it out and hope that they blow up. And then there's people who know how to go get money, and they're going to get that money and put it behind their music and get rich and famous and do what they're supposed to do. So I hung around those guys, and most of those guys ended up being street cats. They're like, I was in the streets. But the dopest part about that was that's where I met most of my celebrities. Most of the celebrities hung out around these type of people, and like most of my big credits and the biggest paychecks I ever got were around those type of people.
right, yeah.
The independent artists who were just like at home cooking up and like homeboy this, homeboy that on some hippie stuff. Those are the people I never made any money off of. Those are the people who never took my career anywhere.
You got to be plugged in, man. I mean, it's super important in this game, right? Like you got to shake hands. And I think like you said, bro, once you shook the first one, everybody else was there to shake it afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Because the work speaks for itself. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I've never like the first 3 years of my career, I never promoted my business like besides IG. I never told anybody I engineered. I never went out and handed business cards, this and the third. It literally went, there's a guy out there in Houston named Saeed. Shout out Saeed. The first guy when I lived in 3rd Ward and I built a studio in a trap house with my bare hands, me and this other engineer. And there was a guy that was coming around. His name was Saeed, just a homeboy. He used to rap too. And he knew that I came out of my internship, and he like, for some crazy ass reason, he was just like, bro, he's never worked with me. He's like, bro, I just have a feeling you're going to do something big.
Yeah.
Can I give you $200 to record my project and mix it? I was like, you're going to give me $200, bro? To what? For real?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, bro, I think you deserve it. So he gave me $200. I did his project, and it was, in my opinion, it was trash. Like, my work was trash. But it was me coming out of my internship. But he loved my work so much. He made me print up business cards. He took all my business cards and he walked all around TSU and passed out all my cards to everybody in 3rd Ward, everybody in TSU, to the point where my phone started going nuts. I started getting calls from this college kid and that call. Hey, man, I heard you got a studio down the street. I heard you got a studio. I'm trying to pull up. How much you charge? How much you charge? And I'm like, charge? I never charged nobody ever. But my homeboy Saeed's like, bro, you better charge them. Like, tell them $20 an hour, or tell them, no, back then it was $20 just to do a song. Like, give me $20. I'll record the whole song. Matter of fact, give me $20 and some weed. I'm gonna record the whole song and I'm gonna mix and master it. Like, back then I was spending 10 hours, 15 hours on one song.
Ali.
For $20.
Now how long does it take?
Fuck.
Now I spend an hour, 2 hours on a song, and I get minimum $2,500.
Yeah.
Touch on. By the way, since you were talking about Saeed or believing in you and giving that $200, bro, I had that same feeling when I walked in that studio that one day with Nick and all those guys. You know what I'm saying? To watch them record, bro. I just want to explain something because this is going to go into my next question. But
Okay.
I literally, when I walked in there, I didn't know what to expect, right? I just know Dylan. That's all I'm hearing.
Dylan does music.
And I'm trying to help these guys out with some stuff with music and stuff like that. And, you know, so I go with them to the studio. I pull up and, dude, I swear, bro, like when the whole session started, and this might sound crazy, but like there was just this energy that came off you, dog. And it was like, you're in my house, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And
oh, damn. That makes me sound aggressive.
Not aggressive, but it was like time to work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And I just felt it. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, and then you did this thing, bro. Like, you know, I don't know if every engineer does this, but like you like pulled up real close to your table. You know what I'm saying? Like you pulled up real close, and like it was like you're like fucking focusing or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, and the music started playing, and you were just in the zone, bro. Like you were, it was almost like you were like one with the music or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was just hot mind.
No. I've definitely heard that before. Like I have some weird things that I do that people tell me about, but I never noticed.
But it's not weird. It's just a part of your art. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I felt that art. You know what I'm saying? When I was there, and of course I was blazing or whatever, right? So like at that time I was just like, maybe I'm just blazing. Then I was like, nah, dude, there's some energy coming out this guy. Like and I just felt it, bro. I was like, man, like how serious you took the work you were doing.
That's the thing, bro. That's what really sets people apart, bro. So if you really feel what you're doing, bro, and like if you really love what you're doing, bro, then you know sky's the limit, dog. So shout outs to you, bro. Like I haven't seen you work, but you know I'm sure it's obviously you got some crazy work ethic, and you know you really believe in what you're doing, dog. So,
I appreciate it, man.
Bro.
And I go ahead.
Oh, so that goes to my. Oh, where'd you go?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So that goes to my next question. Like, so when you're engineering, right? So can you tell everybody that doesn't know what an engineer actually does? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that know about you guys, but they don't know exactly what you do. And then also like, bro, like when you're doing, you know, when you're in your session, do you have to have like certain, like a controlled environment? Like, do you have to do things a certain way? Like have like a certain incense burning or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
A certain ritual.
certain rituals
Okay.
that you do. You know what I mean? Like, because I always wonder, like, because that's sometimes it just happens organically like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, tell everybody like what it
So
who doesn't know, like what's the
I'm glad you asked this. What an engineer does is so an artist will create a song idea in their head. Normally they'll come up with a song. Actually, it's a little different nowadays. Some people come up with songs in studios, but when an artist comes up with the concept of a song, they'll reach out to a producer, and a producer ends up making the instrumentation behind the artist's concept, right? So once they come up with the beat or the instrumentation, and the artist has the lyrics, they have to come to an engineer to put it all together. So almost an engineer is like the glue of all the music.
Okay.
So the producer will come to session and the artist will come to session. The producer will give me their beat and all their files for the production, and then I'll load that into my software, and then I'll take the artist and I'll take them to the booth and we'll record all the vocals on top of the music. And after I get both of those things done, I glue it all together. I make sure everything sounds right. I make sure the vocals aren't too loud, or I make sure this part isn't too loud. I make sure the music flows. I make sure the transitions between the hook and the verse is all smooth. Not only that, it gets as intricate as if your artist comes in there too drunk, too faded, you have to now become you have to be a therapist. You have to know how to, okay, look, this person's faded. If I talk to them a certain type of way, they're going to get pissed and they're going to perform angry. And that's not the type of performance we want. This is a real sweet type of love song. I don't need you to come perform this thing angry. Right. So it's like, you got to know how to talk to certain people. Like I deal with felons and stuff. So it's like, you got to know how to talk to certain people, bro. You have to like know how to adjust yourself in a room and make everyone feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, this is someone's art. This is something this is almost like a journal and diary. A lot of my artists, not even their own parents, kids, and wives have heard some of the stuff I've heard. Like some people's wives come to studio jealous of me, talking about why you the only one that gets to hear my husband music and blah, blah, blah. He ain't never show me nothing. He will never perform nothing. I was like, and I'll tell them straight up, it's because you don't make him feel comfortable. You sit there and you tell him his career, he ain't gonna be shit, and he a nobody, and he wasting his money. Of course he's not gonna perform in front of you. Of course he's not. He's scared to let himself open to you. But when they come around me, the first thing I tell people is, look, I make more mistakes than anybody on this earth. Don't be afraid to make any mistakes in here. And if you do make mistakes, nobody's ever gonna know. Let's just be you. Be open. Drink. Smoke. Whatever you want to do. Bring your friends. Whatever it takes for you to be open. If you want, I have clients who walk around making weird noises before they perform, and they'll never do that in front of other people. And it's because that's how they open up their vocals. That's how they warm up. That's how they do their thing. But they're willing to do that in front of me because I don't care, because I do the same thing. If that's what it takes for me to perform my best, then if I got to get naked to go perform, then bro, best believe I'm gonna get naked to go perform, bro. Like I'm gonna get as comfortable as I need to be to do my job. And I guess that goes into the whole rituals thing. Like it's kind of sad. I do have to smoke before I work. I don't want.
It's a vibe.
Yeah,
it is
real.
a vibe.
Shit, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. It's nothing wrong with that at all.
Best music.
I feel you, but it's become like I'm looking at it in a different way now. I've smoked for a long time. It's becoming like I think it's sad because I've never done a session sober.
It's like
ever.
A crutch almost.
It's a crutch to the point where what's gonna happen when I don't have weed?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh
shit, you gotta try it one time, see what happens. Do it to some like no name rapper. Like you don't give a fuck about.
Right? I think I'll be able to handle the situation, but it's like people call me for my like, check this out, bro. There was one point in my career where people used to bring a bottle to the session. They brought a bottle to the session because they knew if they got Dillo faded enough, their work would sound amazing.
Oh, really?
What? When I get drunk, I go ham. Like I go ham.
Shit, that's crazy.
There was a point, man. Man,
it's hard to focus, but I guess that's not what it is.
I used to literally pop Adderalls, bro, just to go work. Like, that's the only reason I took it. People used to take those tabs to go party, turn up, this, that, and the third.
Right.
I bought those things to go. And the reason I got my name Real Deal is because I popped 3 tabs and I stayed up for 5 days straight in studio. Didn't leave for 5 days. I didn't eat food for 5 days straight.
Oh,
And then they said, bro, you the real deal. Like, you're the real deal. We ain't never, low key, they got scared. They were like, you need to go home because you can't die in here. Like, you're not about to die in here. You need to go home.
Damn, you really
and do
about to
that
die
shit.
doing something that you love, though.
No, bro, I didn't care. Like,
Yeah.
sleep wasn't worth it. I was in my car. I had no food. Like, I had no family. I had nothing at that point. So I was like, bro, fuck it. I'm about to pop 5 pills and go to work 5 days straight. And I'm about to create a brand. I'm about to become the next thing. Like, fuck it, bro. What else can I lose, right?
See,
The worst
that's-
that can
I
happen
think
is I die.
That's what it takes, bro. Like, so for like some of the young kids, man, that are coming up and they, you know, they're seeing you, right? I see so many more brown kids trying to do something in the rap game, right? Do something maybe that's not as orthodox as, you know, your regular route. So like, what would you say to some of these kids coming up and like, what does it really take, bro? Like, because you got to let them know.
It takes I'm trying to see it takes a lot, but I'm trying to see what would I put as number 1. Money is up there. Money is definitely either number 1 or number 2, because I'm just an engineer. I've spent over $500,000 on my career, like $500,000 as an engineer. So a lot of these, I'm just speaking to Indian kids because I have a lot of Indian kids reaching out to me right now. A lot of these guys want to be rappers. They don't want to be the behind the scenes guy. They don't want to be a producer, engineer, songwriter. They want to be the rapper. They want to get all the bitches. They want to get all the jewelry. They want all the fame, right?
They want the fame.
But check this out. If the engineer's spending $500,000 on his career, how much do you think the rapper got to spend?
Buku.
Ooh, especially because this is the main thing. What does every single kid say nowadays? I ain't never gonna sign no record label. I ain't never signing no 360 deal. I'm not never gonna blah blah blah. Okay, bet.
And I'm going independent. Everybody
Bet
wants.
you going independent, right? So you got $5 million in the bank. We got to spend, right? You got 10 million, right? Because that's what the record label's spending on these artists. So you got 10 million in the bank, right?
Yeah.
That not 10 million in the bank. I'm talking about 10 million to blow. We need to blow $10 million on your career.
Yeah, exactly. And
you
that's
want to be Drake,
what is that
right?
going towards? What is that going towards though?
So this is the main thing nowadays. A lot of these kids are caught up on the music. They think that their music is good. Their music is good. Bro, half of y'all talk about drugs and shit that y'all don't know shit about. So that's cool. Go ahead and talk about that shit. There's still a way for you to pop off in this music career. You have to spend money. You have to go get marketing. You have to go get TikTok influencers to promote your music. You have to go get social media guys to promote your music. You got to go pay blogs to repost and make articles about you. You have to go pay playlists to put you on. Like, you got to take people to dinner and talk to all these big people and be like, slide, you know what I'm saying? Slide people some money. Like, hey, bro, what can I do to get on your playlist that has 2 million followers on it? I'm trying to pop off. Oh, it's 10 bands. All right, here's 10 bands. Let me get on. Like, that's what it costs, bro. You know,
playlist as in like Spotify and shit, or like
Spotify, Apple playlists, like these playlists aren't free. You don't get on because you're a celebrity. No, bro. Celebrities pay to get on that shit too.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
It's all business. Nobody understands this is business, bro. Everything is business.
If they're big artists, they probably have just a lot more money than your normal guy to put.
Well, an artist would probably has the record label paying all that money anyway, right? Like a big,
of
course, it's like Rap Caviar, right? Like on Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the number 1 rap playlist, right? I'm sure you got to pay.
That costs money to get on, bro.
Yeah,
that every
1 song or number 2 song, right, or something like that. Like when you open this.
Because that like to be on the, I don't know if it matters what order it goes in. I'm sure they probably charge more per order, but I can't say for sure. But it costs money to get on those lists, bro. Because you have to think about it like this. What a lot of people don't realize is the music industry has a shitload of money in it. A lot of money in it. A lot of these independent artists out here, and not even independent artists, guys like me who didn't know what the industry was really worth, we're thinking, oh, $200 a song is a lot of money. $500 for a music video is, bro, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. You know how much you know what the minimum budget is for some of these videos? $200,000, bro. $300,000.
Yeah.
You know how much the minimum budget for marketing is nowadays? $50,000. Like, y'all independent artists got it fucked up.
Yeah.
So fucked
That's
up.
wild, bro.
We were talking
So fucked up.
about that on the phone yesterday. We were talking about the marketing. Then we kind of brought up. I think you called it playlist farming. Was that what it was?
Oh, like the whole like, yeah. It's like a whole like, yeah. It's like a farming thing they do, bro. They like, you can buy plays. People buy plays. I'll tell y'all this. People buy plays. And so I was like,
oh yeah, I mean that's been they've talked about it. Like who's it, Migos or some shit? They were buying plays for some song that they did. But
oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so but that I'm just okay. So now I'm just it's real. It's super real. Like it just is what it is. There's so much content on the internet. How are you gonna compete without spending money?
Of course.
Yeah, J. Cole talked about it. Why you faking your streams? You know what I'm saying? Like it's known, right?
Now people are doing like the bundle stuff, right? Like Nicki, like merch. They're doing a lot of merch, and it all goes to like the record.
One side, yeah. It's like you buy one T-shirt, it goes to one song. So that's why when Travis Scott had as Astroworld, and everybody was buying all of his.
Wait, what y'all just say? Wait, I didn't know about this. What happened?
Yeah. So like, go ahead, sir. You can tell him.
So basically, like let's say for Travis Scott, right? When he dropped Astroworld. Week after week, he'd be coming out with new merch, so everybody was buying it up. But with each purchase is one song, basically. So like he's racking up all these motherfucking
like the Billboard
hoodies, everything, all of his Cactus Jack shit. All of that was equaling up to like one song or something like that. So that's why Nicki Minaj was getting pissed off, saying like, like he's faking it. He's faking it because it doesn't count. It doesn't count as real streams. It's actually like the merchandise.
So what you're saying is his merch sale is counting as an album, as a unit sale?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm about to go do some research. I didn't know what.
Yeah.
Hey, but I don't know what Nicki Minaj is talking about. Kudos to him, bro. Kudos to him for figuring that
finessing the game, bro.
Yeah, bro. What is she complaining about? She needs to go do the same thing if that's the case. Like, shit. Kudos to Travis Scott for that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, and a lot of other artists are doing it too. It's not just him, but they're doing like this bundling thing now too. Like Tekashi and Nicki just hopped on the track, right?
Right.
Automatically, when you put them two together, you know your numbers are gonna go up, right? And then like you see Cardi just did it with she just dropped a song today. Well, who was that with today?
Meg Thee Stallion.
With Meg, yeah.
Stallion. So like they're doing these bundle things where like it just jacks their numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Their streams, their plays, because they're looking up both these artists and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's all kinds of like just tricks, right? If that people do to get their numbers up or whatever. But
right.
Try to get
and this, yeah, it's part of the industry. Like. And people just need to realize that, like, it is what it is. Either you play the game or get out the game.
Exactly. You're not gonna beat it. It's not.
You're not gonna beat it.
It's not going away. It's only getting more creative. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Only getting.
That's it.
That's all I see. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers.
It's getting more finesse every day.
Every day, yeah, for sure. And that's why I feel bad for some of the local independent artists, because there are some talented people out there, but it's hard to do stuff without a financial backing, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like
that's like everything, bro. It's like
it's anything in life.
You got to put that bread up.
Yeah,
you have to.
The artists that do pop up too, like the new ones and stuff like that. I mean, there are artists like that, but I think a lot of these artists are co-signed by the hood, bro. You know,
not even that. Another thing I'm learning is like a lot of I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these artists who are popping off that look like they just popped off on some random shit, normally they have family tied into the music industry.
Believe it.
You know, that's normally the story. It's not somebody just popping up, because you got to remember, bro, you have a better chance of hitting the lottery than popping off as a random musician because you just dropped some, like, you have a better chance of hitting the lottery. You're tripping. Yeah. If you think you're going to drop something on SoundCloud tomorrow and somehow it's just going to work its way up the charts, like, no, bro, it's
been done though. It's been done though. You can't
back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I'm talking about now, there's so much content on there. Like,
true.
there's people. I'm specifically talking to the independent artists who go to a studio, ask for the cheapest rates, and record on free YouTube beats, then drop it on SoundCloud and go have the nerve to tell everybody, oh, I'm about to be the next something, yada, yada, yada. I'm about to pop off. And then not only that, when they don't pop off, they come around cussing all of us out. Oh, you don't support me and you ain't this and you ain't that. You a whole ass motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you think that you're entitled. You're entitled to some BS. Like, you don't deserve nothing. You didn't put any money up. You didn't put any time into this. Like, nah.
Sounds like they lost before they even started playing. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't even know what game they were getting into. You know, I mean, doing shit like that is just like you're already guaranteeing yourself an L, right? You know, like just all that free shit, right? And then expecting stuff. It just so many people expecting, man. But that kind of brings me to my next question. So like, I see a lot of talented people like just around me that I think have a lot of talent and potential to do a lot of things. They may not be the next, you know, Lil Baby or Nicki Minaj or whatever, but you know, there's other avenues in music. It doesn't have to be just, you know, the face of everything. I mean, engineers, producers, ghostwriters, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I wanted you to tell people that are watching, that are, you know, trying to get in the game, like how important it is to be a part of a team, because we all see the artist because that's the main face, but what goes on behind the scenes, the engineer, the producer, the ghostwriter, the manager, the promoter, like how important are all these pieces to making an artist a mainstream artist? And like, I just, because I don't think it's possible without a solid team. Like, I think everything is about teamwork, and
you're right.
One person that could do it by themselves. So like, you're probably so important to YG right now. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else is hitting you up because they're like, oh man, this guy has a talent. We need him. And there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise they would be doing it on their own, you know? So tell them a little bit like how important it is, like the different pieces, you know, like, you know, producers and engineers and stuff like that. And, you know, options people have, you know?
Understood. So that's one thing. A lot of people want to be artists and they want to be in front of the camera and this, that, and the third, but you have to realize, yeah, like you said, there's other jobs. Not only that, some of these jobs pay way better than being an artist, like way, way better. Some of these studio sessions I pull up to, bro, there's a Ferrari up front, there's a Maybach up front. Like one session I put a Ferrari, Maybach up front, and another foreign car up front, right? At least like 2-3 mil of cars worth in the front. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk in the session and there has to be like some superstar celebrity in the session. There has to be 3 superstar celebrities in that room. Has to be. I don't recognize none of these faces. I mean, who the hell are all y'all? Y'all aren't famous. Right. Coming to find out, all these fools are songwriters.
Yeah.
All these fools are songwriters and producers, rich out of their mind. And it's like, that opened up my mind. And we won't see that in Houston. You'll never see that in Houston because in my opinion, bro, there is no industry in Houston. They don't know. Mm-hmm. Houston doesn't know what to do with itself right now. It's a big ass la la land over there. People thinking they're gonna make it, and they don't know the first thing it takes to make it. Just because like nobody wants to do these other rules. Everybody wants to be an artist. Every single person wants to be an artist, and I'm like, why? These songwriters are the ones getting all the points. They're the ones getting all the royalties. They're the ones catching all the big checks. The artist just getting some chump change and some fame. Really, the artist getting just some fame, and that's it. Yeah. They got to figure out how to make money on the back end.
You think you got to move out to LA or something like that to really come and like make it big in like the music industry? Because that's what I see. Every creative person I see that's like, it's out in LA, and the whole vibe is like, all right, man, we're all like on our shit and we're trying to make something of ourselves, right? Am I not right?
You are. I don't want you to be right. I don't want to be right, but you're right. You're right. It's there. Like I said, bro, it's as simple as this. In LA, I've worked with more record labels and superstars than I ever have in 8 years in Houston. In 8 years in Houston, I never worked with one record label ever.
Worked with so far, like since you've been out there?
Yeah, can we name drop? Can we name drop who some of the artists that you've been working with?
Ooh, goes from YG. I engineered for Mustard when I first came out here. DJ Mustard. I did engineer Tyga session. Matter of fact, I gotta shout out my boy CQ. The whole reason I'm in LA is there's a guy named CQ who used to intern with me. He ended up moving to LA 3 years ago, and he became Tyga's engineer. This man put his career on the line and gave me a gig with Tyga because he had to go out of town for a little bit. And he put his career on the line for me and got me the Tyga gig. And from that gig, YG called me and wanted me to become his personal engineer. And he flew me out to LA. And I've been living with YG for the past 5 months, like in his house, like with his kids and his baby mom, all that shit. Like I'm with his fam.
Other than YG, so
It's
so
Mustard, Tyga. I've done. I got a call for Travis Scott, but I couldn't go do it because I was. Oh, I'm working with Scott Storch right now, bro. My idol.
Oh yes, bro.
My
That's what I wanted
idol.
to ask you, bro. How is
Scott
it like
Storch
working with a motherfucking
bro?
on, bro?
He
with
called
Scott
me
Storch?
right before we got on this call. I was just talking to Scott Storch, bro, and it's still blowing my mind, bro. He's so cool. He's so chill.
Yeah.
Like
He's been through it, bro. He's been.
Yeah, for real.
He has.
I think he's
He
on.
has.
He's coming back with a vengeance type shit.
He had. He just started. He actually, when I met Scott Storch, the next day he opened up a rehab. He opened up a cannabis rehab in LA.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And so he's out here changing other lives too now. Like not only did he change his life, but he's trying to help other people out here. Like what, bro? He's real good people, bro. Like not only that, bro. Scott Storch is the first superstar person ever to cut me a check the same day. Like I did the first day that I met him, he had no reason to pay me. He really could have sent me home and be like, fuck that kid, bro. I ain't paying him. This man, after the session, literally pulled me to the side. He said, hey man, is it cool if I write you a personal check? And I'm sitting there telling like, bro, I really don't want your money. Like you're Scott Storch, bro. I just want more work. Like he said, this man literally told me, he said, I appreciate that, but no, bro, we don't do business like that. Everyone gets paid around here. You're going to get paid. Like, if you want to give me a deal on some bulk work, then that'd be cool. But other than that, you're going to get good paid around here. And I was like, wow, bro. As many celebrities as I worked with before you that never did that shit for me, like,
That's an OG right there. That's why.
That's some OG shit. Like,
Right.
That man made me realize a lot of fuck shit a lot of people did to me, bro. A lot of people in this industry made hundreds of thousands of dollars off my name while I was homeless and struggling and starving and didn't have nobody. And they didn't give a shit. They didn't look my way. So I'll never forget that, bro. And it's the people like Scott Storch that make me realize, okay, bro, I need to keep people like this around me. These are the people I need to dedicate my life and my time to. Not the people that were trying to make a quick buck off my work.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a really good plug, bro. That's a good person to know.
Shit.
I mean, it only, shit. I mean, you could work with him every day. You know what
for
I mean?
life. For life. And I'll be straight. I'll never have to have another client again. Besides him, between him and YG, I'll never have to find nobody else ever again in my life.
He's going to give you so much game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to give you overtime. Like, I feel like he's going to just open up. He's probably seen so much within the industry that so many people haven't. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's so musically talented, dog. Like, he could play, like, on the piano. It was, like, crazy. I was like, how do you come up with these melodies like that?
Bro, I got to see it in like, and this is what I try to tell people that want to do something different in our community, bro. If you're willing to do the difference, you can see things that nobody's ever going to see. What I got to witness with my eye, like, what Indian person do you know that's been to Scott Storch's house?
None, bro. No.
Yeah. Probably not. Yeah.
What Indian person do you know has sat there and Scott Storch played all his classical hits for? He played all his classical hits for me, bro. And at that moment, I was like, oh, this is why I struggled for 8 years. Oh, this is why I didn't quit. Oh, it ain't about the awards anymore. At this point, bro, I gave up on that whole, not the fact I gave up on the Grammy, but I don't care about that shit anymore, bro. Now it's about the sense that I'm able to say that I've been in the room with Scott Storch, my idol, somebody I looked up to my whole life, and I had no idea I was going to do music. I'm now in the room with him. Like, Scott Storch just called me to ask me how to plug in the guitar. He's like, hey, Dylan, I need to plug in this guitar. Can you walk me through it? Like, what? You're like, what's going on right now, bro? What? Scott Storch is calling me for engineering advice? Like, bro, I got you, Scott. What you mean? And it's the moments like this that makes me realize, bro, if y'all are willing to go chase that shit that nobody's willing to go chase, y'all are going to experience things that nobody else can pay to experience. Because you can't pay to come hang out with the people I hang out with. You can't pay to come do the stuff I do. The stuff that I'm doing right now, you have to have enough credit. You have to have enough of a reputation to be in these rooms.
No, for sure, bro. No, absolutely, dude. And that's a true like sign of like how you just leveled up real quick, you know? And it's just crazy, man. Among like with all this pandemic and everything going on, 2020 took you to LA, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was, I guess, you know, in a way, it's been a great year for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man,
yeah, it's just a super level. Like,
I say this all the time, and I'm going to apologize before I say it. Everyone that's going through COVID is a crazy-ass time, and there's a lot of people losing right now, especially people I know losing right now. So it sucks. But for me, this is probably the greatest moment in my entire – I'm not going to lie. Coronavirus is the greatest shit that ever happened in my life in the sense of because of quarantine, I got to move into YG's house. Like the situation forced YG and all them to make plays with me. Cool. We have to quarantine. That means he hit me up. He said, YG was like, as soon as the mayor shut down the city, YG hit me up. He said, hey, bro, I can't risk you getting sick. You need to come move in until the stay-at-home order is lifted. He wouldn't have done that if coronavirus didn't happen.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have become that cool to the point where I'm cooking, I'm cleaning his house. Like me and his kids are cool. I know his mom now. Like me and his dad play pool. Me and his dad are super. Like all this happened because of COVID to the point where nobody's going to major studios anymore. I'm now pulling up at everyone's house. I wouldn't have been able to pull up at Scott Storch's house if coronavirus wasn't happening. I wouldn't have been able to meet this person if coronavirus wasn't happening. The reason I'm winning is because everything shut down and I'm still the only one working.
Yeah, no, man, it was different for everybody. You know, there's so many people capitalizing off this and so many people that's on the opposite side. So, you know, it's just a weird year, man, but I'm so happy. I'm happy for you, bro. Like I'm happy that it worked out this way, you know, because I'm happy to see he's doing great this year. Because all you hear is the negative shit right now, you know? And it's like, oh man, it's just like negative. So this is positive, man. This is awesome, bro. This is dope that like, you know, it's happening, you know? So.
And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad, bro. Sometimes I post these wins and I'm like, damn, bro, people are really out here losing. Do they really even give a fuck that I'm like, do they care about this? Like, do they even, like, am I doing something wrong?
I guarantee you they do, bro. I guarantee you they do, bro. People looking up at you as like inspiration, dog. Cause like, you know, they want to be like you, bro.
If they're not a hater, they're able to live through your success, especially the ones that know you, like us, right? Like, I mean, I've literally witnessed it. I've seen you just come up from nothing, right? Like not nothing, but like, you know, from ground zero, from the mud, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dope. It doesn't matter when it happened for you. Like, this is what God chose, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is what got you here, right? So, I mean, like, can you tell people like how dark it can get in this industry? Because I want like, cause there's a couple of guys that I talk to locally that are trying to be artists and rappers and stuff like that. Like who don't, I don't see that, that grind, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I don't see
hunger,
that struggle, you know what I'm saying? That I kind of saw with you, you know what I'm saying? And, like people like how dark it was before it got bright again. You know what I mean? Like so that they know what they got to expect when they're going through this, because it's not easy, you know. So
I'm about to mess y'all up real quick. It's still dark. It's still ugly. It's uglier than ever at this point, just because it's so. Oh man, it's not ugly in the sense of like what I used to go through. So it does take a lot, man. Like I've been homeless. I've eaten out of trash cans. I lost my family. Like, not to put my family on blast, but you know what I'm saying? There was a good point where nobody in my family would talk to me because I'm supposed to be this bum and I'm supposed to be this junkie and I'm supposed to be some type of, like, I was supposed to be the example person that you're not supposed to be like.
Right.
And not just in my family, it was also in the community, because I had my Indian friends coming up to me talking about, bro, I just had to cuss out my parents. I'm like, why? Because they just literally sat there and tried to tell me, don't hang out with you no more because you're apparently about to become some type of like, you know, you're going to ruin my life or something like that. I'm like, damn, for real? That's fucked up. But I mean, it is what it is, bro. They ain't my parents. They just looking out for the best interests of you. So I can't say nothing. It is what I'm still going to do me at the end of the day. I don't care. So it's
crazy, bro. That's weird. That don't make no sense.
It is weird, bro. It's just
That's
fucking
such
sorry.
yeah, no.
Oh no, these
people
are parents that took care of me. These are aunties and uncles that fed me and babysat me that are telling that are saying this. You know what I'm saying? These are aunties and uncles that knew me and used to say, "Oh, Dylan's such a good kid and he's gonna be a smart kid and blah blah blah." But all of a sudden, when I chose the music career, I'm not a smart kid no more. Now all of a sudden, I'm some dumbass and I'm some junkie. I'm trying to do something that nobody's done before in our community.
Right. No, definitely, bro. And it's so unorthodox. I just don't even think people know what it really means and how intricate and difficult like the whole engineering is. You know what I'm saying? Like what goes into it. Because when I went to the studio that day and I looked at your software, I was like, this shit is crazy. I was like,
Man, not even that. Did you ever notice the building you walked into? You didn't notice all the bullet holes on it? You didn't notice all the that comes with it too. I've been shot at 3 times, bro. I've been robbed twice. I had nothing to do with any of the situations. Me being wrong place, wrong time, or me being in this shit. Welcome to being in the industry. Y'all really like, that's what I try to tell these Indian kids. Like, there's a lot of Indian kids out here doing dumb shit trying to catch the clout.
Yeah.
Bro, you catch that clout the wrong way, your parents are gonna be paying for it. I know kids out here whose parents are paying for their bails. They're in jail. They're on this case. They got this case. That, you know what I'm saying? I know people fucked up right here that have no business being in the street. Like, the reason I made it through the streets is because I never went looking for that problem. The reason why the streets of Houston love me is because I was that kid that never wanted to get involved in the streets. I just wanted to do music. And they were like, hey, bro, we're going to protect you. We're going to protect you because you real. All you want to do is some music shit. You want to help all of us. We're going to make sure you straight. That's why I never had an issue in the streets. When I got robbed, that was on some random shit. Like, that had nothing to do with musicians or anything. I was at a gas, like, man, crazy story. I was at a gas station and dude pulled up on me, pulled a strap out on me and ran my shit. So it's like, that's pretty much it.
That was in Houston or LA?
In Houston. And then my family was robbed when I was 9 years old. My parents used to own a liquor store and a convenience store. And these guys followed my mom home after she closed the store, and they ran up in our house and they tied me, my mom, my brother up, and they ransacked our house. And that was the first time I saw a chrome pistol to my face at 9 years old. So it's like, yeah, dude ran up in the house. Like, I was in the house. My brother and mom came home. My brother was hungry, so they went to Taco Bell. When they came back from Taco Bell, I remember they opened the door, and next thing I hear my brother and my mom screaming. And, like, I didn't really think anything of it because we've had, like, possums and snakes and stuff in the back. And I'm thinking, like, oh, yeah, y'all are being scary over there. Like, they're probably screaming about some dumb shit they saw. And I was thinking like that at 9 years old, but they kept screaming. So I got up. When I got up and I turned around, this dude had a red bandana on his face. It was like some dude from the islands, because they were talking like, you know what I'm saying? They were talking whatever that talk is. It was some island talk. And so dude ran up in there. He held a chrome pistol to my face. He said, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Where the money at? He put it to me. I'm 9 years old, bro. I had a chrome pistol to my head. So it's like, I've seen this shit from that age to the point where I know this is real. You don't want these problems. You Indian kids out here trying to live this rap hip hop bullshit. Trust me, bro. You don't want these problems, because I lucked out. That dude could have pulled the trigger. He could have just been, what if he was off drugs? He could have, both of the dudes that robbed me could have just pulled the trigger and it would have been over.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
But now they see like rappers like Nav, right? You know, first brown boy to get a pop, and now they're like, oh shit, if he could do it, fuck it, we could all do it, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't fuck with dude. I'll say that shit. I don't got no problem saying that shit. I don't fuck with dude because I don't know. It's tough for me to say, bro, because there's that's where a lot of the brown boys doing the stupid shit who have no business doing it, that they use him as the excuse.
Mm-hmm.
They use Nav as the excuse. Like, bro, I know way too many Zan heads. I know way too many lean heads. I know way too many drug addicts as Indian kids. I'm talking about young Indian kids, 16 years old, 15 years old. It's like, what are y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
Y'all listening to Nav and this is what y'all get out of it? Like, I listen to that type of music too, bro, but I've never popped Xan in my life. I listen to all sorts of that type of music. I ain't never done none of that shit.
Yeah, man. They glorify it, man, making it seem cool.
They making it
So
seem
that's-
cool. And not only that, they think that's what it takes to become a famous rapper because that's how Nav got famous. I don't know Nav's backstory, and I really hope he has a backstory like mine. I hope he got shot and robbed and all that shit. Because if he didn't, I don't know, bro. I can't respect you, bro. You out here talking reckless right now, and you got all the brown kids looking up to you, and like, yeah, bro. And you not living that life. I'm good. I'm good on your shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. I don't know Nav's backstory either. I just know he's plugged up. He got plugged up. That's it with Cash from EXO. That's the only thing I know about him. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, people saw him. They were like, oh man, we could do it. Because he's not even like, he's dope. He's got some dope stuff, but he's not like super. I don't
He's not like lyrical or nothing like that, bro. He's like, he got a sound that nobody else really got. And
I've heard.
he's
Nah,
linked up.
He don't gotta. I mean, I guess, but he's the only brown boy that's doing it, bro. What other? He's the goat. He's the scapegoat brown boy that the industry said we're gonna make a fucking thing out of him, and we're gonna get all the How can the hip hop industry get all the brown boys on the way? How can we get all the money out of the brown community? We gotta make a little brown boy that's famous in the rap community and have him saying all that dumb shit.
For sure. I think he's a producer too, Nav.
Probably.
Yeah, he does.
I think that's how he met Cash from EXO, like on some producing type stuff. And then he,
Probably. And I could be wrong. The dude probably has a crazy backstory, and I'm hoping that's what it is, but I just don't know it. And there's too many brown kids out here using him as an example to do dumb shit.
right, definitely.
And I know it don't fall on him. It had again what those decisions those kids make is on the kids, but shit, I still can't rock with your music, bro. I can't listen to your music.
But think about it, man. Like, you're in a position to make you know, you're a rapper now and you're getting notoriety, but you got to talk about the shit that all the other rappers talk about, right? Fucking drugs, money, whatever. Fuck. So really, it's like, man, like, does he really have an option, right? He can't. Is he really going to go to a conscious rapper route? And unfortunately, he's brown, and then by effect, all the brown kids are going to fuck with him, you know? So that's what it is, what it is, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can't do anything. I mean, he wanted the bag, bro. He's like, fuck.
But you know what? He can. Y'all are wrong, bro. Because there is a market out here for brown kids who are going through the struggle. You got to realize, you know how many people downplayed my struggle because I was an Indian kid?
I'm sure there is, bro. But like, are you going to get airtime for being like, are you going to get your record spun if you're going to be the Indian kid who's talking about conscious rap? That's the thing.
You'll get airtime if he has a big enough platform. There's enough brown boys out here that support him and already listening to him to the point where when he does drop some struggle music, the brown boys they're going to relate more to that than the drug music, because they're going to feel the same way. Like, hey, yeah, motherfuckers downplay our struggle because apparently Indians are all supposed to be rich and have everything figured out. Nah, bro, we got hella problems in our community too. We got some fucked up shit going on in our community. We just don't talk about it. It don't get in the tabloids and the news. Nobody knows about our shit. We keep that shit tight knit. Yeah. So it's like, I think he has a big enough platform to drop conscious music, and he has a big enough fan base that they'll go listen and support it, to where you have to realize, once you have the leverage, the labels have to fuck with you. When you have enough leverage and you have enough demand, they have to come fuck with you, bro, or they're just gonna miss out on money. And the one thing labels are gonna do is not miss out on money.
Right,
yeah, they're about making money.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've seen some stuff on Nav, and that dude didn't do an interview for like 2 years, bro. Like his first interview, 2 years. And when he finally did one in Toronto, he said that he did it because he was going through some stuff, like mentally. And like he was trying to just get prepared because he was always used to being behind the scenes, making the music. And when he got in front of the camera, he wasn't used to it. Like he was shy.
Understood.
He was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just trying to get used to that lifestyle. And it took him 2 years to get in front of a camera and do an interview. And he's a real shy guy. Like I was kind of feeling weird about him too when I first he came out. I didn't really care for his music and everything. He kind of grew on me, but as I started to watch some of his interviews and get to know him a little better, I was like, okay, he's not so bad. He seems like a normal, you know what I'm saying, brown kid who just got plugged up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
Cyril have both said, you know, we had mixed feelings about it. And so,
for sure.
but yeah, it's love hate there, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, like I can't knock his hustle. Dude's winning, bro. Nobody can tell me he's not winning.
Like
He's fucking winning.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you hate him. Like, he's winning. It don't matter. But at the end of the day, it's just like, man, I want another brown kid to come represent the other side of this shit, bro. I want a conscious guy to come let people know we're not a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Like, this new wave of Indian kids are not a bunch of idiots. They're not a bunch of stupid ass kids.
Oh, so there's I'm about to drop some heat right now. So, and this is foreshadowing, okay? There's a cat that not many people know about, and I've been talking to him back and forth. He's from Houston. He's from Australia originally. His name is Eden Michael.
Okay.
I go check.
I work with Eden. What you mean?
Have you?
What you mean, bro?
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, by the way, his music that he has posted, that's a fucking great quality of music, bro. Like, I don't know who's doing that shit for him, but it sounds really professional.
What you mean? He's a producer.
Oh, okay.
He's the producer.
Wait, so he's producing and he's the artist?
Yeah. So I don't know if so I'm guessing that's what he's doing now. When I met Eden, he was producing for this other Indian kid. I can't remember who that kid was. But he was producing for some kid, and I remember meeting him. I'm like, hey, you're kind of fire, bro. You could low key, like, if we took your shit to India, like, you could kind of pop off. If we put your shit on some Bollywood movies, you have a sound. Like, you have a cinematic, super cinematic sound.
Right.
So I haven't talked to him in like 3-4 years or something, but I know Eden. We used to work back in the day.
He's super low key. He doesn't post.
Yeah.
I think he's working on his craft, trying to like put together a portfolio. But the stuff that he's dropped on his IG and the videos and just the concepts, he's onto something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna go tap back in with him because it's been a while, and I always I know Eden, bro, but it's been years.
Getting more active, and I just kind of recently heard about him, and I was surprised because I'm like, I was surprised I didn't know him, you know what I mean? But I just see something there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has potential. You know what I mean? He's real good. He's talented. So
yeah, he's trying to be low key. We just blew a spot.
No bullshit, huh? Damn. Nah, he'd be all right. He needs it. Welcome to the industry. And that, you know what? I'm glad you said that, bro. That's my biggest complaint with the Indian artists I've worked with, bro. And they know who they are, bro. They're so shy and scared of everything, like, to the point where y'all are always gonna hold yourself back. Y'all don't even have to be musicians, bro. Indian people are so shy of everything and so scared to be talked about, to the point where you hold yourself back from superstar positions. You hold yourself back from being the greatest you could be because you're so worried about what somebody thinks. Y'all need to stop that shit. Stop that shit. That's one thing our parents taught us wrong. We are Americans. Half of us were fucking born here. Y'all need to own up to what you were born here for. Like, half of us are born to be CEOs and Fortune 500 people and like the 1% elite of the world. But you know what? We won't be, because we're too worried that somebody's going to talk shit about us. And we're too worried that somebody's going to say something bad and mommy and daddy's going to complain about it. Yeah. Bro, stop that shit.
It's sad, bro. It's sad.
Stop that shit.
It's a sad reality of how, our generation was brought up, man. But what we got to do is, when we have kids, bro, it's like, I think it's going to be so different, bro.
Change, Dylan, when you have kids, not that I have a kid, we're going to be different, obviously, I mean, we're going to be supportive. I think, it's a whole different wave, and it's just going to change as time goes and opportunities. We're going to have an NBA player soon. Don't worry.
Oh, that's what bro. There's a couple that should have went and they just gave up.
Yeah, it's going to be one of these big ass Punjabi kids.
No, hey, you already know. They're growing. Hey, look, we got to figure out the Punjabi diet. These fools are growing like monsters. Yeah. Like, I went up to Toronto last year, bro, and I met these Sikh people. Dog. They told me that the Sikh people have a neighborhood. They're like the Debos of the shit up there
Yeah, bro.
because of how
apparently it's
big
how it
they
is.
are.
There's
Yeah.
some goons, bro. There's an artist, man. I want you to check him out. I'm gonna send you a link to after this interview. Sidhu Moosewala. I want you to check
Okay.
straight Punjabi music, fob-ass Punjabi music. It's dope though. He puts beats,
Okay.
it's everything, bro. All his music is about shooting people, killing people. Come to find out, he rolls with some fucking Punjabi goons. Like they're
Oh no, they go hard.
so shots him out. Drake, like all of Drake's camp, like they know him like that. Like he's the biggest Punjabi artist right now, and he's known for, like there was a shooting. Somebody got shot at his last concert. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, what the fuck?
Hey, what's his name?
Sidhu Moosewala.
When we get off, you gotta send that to me, bro, because I got an idea now.
Tapped in with all, and I see all these Punjabi artists and stuff like that, and I see and I'm just like watching this, and I'm like, this is nuts. Like there's guns. Like you watch their videos, there's guns. Like they're toting guns. They're fucking. It's crazy. It's like a.
So they about
But they're
that life.
really living that life though. They're
Yeah.
really in it. Motherfuckers are really like that's the thing, bro. Like
Goons.
not even that. When you get in this lifestyle, bro, you're gonna lose people that you meet, and that shit hurts. There's 3 people that died on my journey, bro, and this makes me sick, and this is why I go so hard. Like, man, bro, and they'll never get to see my success, and it's the sick part of the industry is just because where I met them in a place where the normal statistic is motherfucker wasn't gonna make it out, and unfortunately they didn't, bro, and it's like. You got to be willing to come with that lifestyle too, because when you get in this lifestyle, it's not just about you being involved in it, but the people that you learn to love and the people you learn to accept and be a part of your family, they could be gone next day, bro. And it's going to fuck your brain up, bro. That shit messed me up so bad. Somebody that wasn't even blood to me, somebody I met just in 2 years of time, but because I was in the hood and he was the only motherfucker that came to me and was like, hey, bro, Dillo, you gonna have a big body Benz, Dillo, and me and you gonna be riding a big body Benz. You gonna be the most famous motherfucker. And if anybody fucks with you out here, I'm gonna take care of them. You tell them come see me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and now he's gone. You know what I'm saying? They shot him in the street cold and he died and I'll never see him again, bro. And now I'm winning and I'm successful. And even in LA, when I first moved to LA, my guy Mylan, the only person I was gonna move out here and live in my car, but my best friend, my brother, my family, my blood in a sense, like he was like, nah, bro, you're gonna go stay with my cousin Mylan in South Central in the hood. And so I went and stayed there. This man already didn't have he didn't have what it took to take care of another human. He was already taking care of his sick mother and a son and all this type of stuff. And like he took me in, bro. This man took me in, some random ass Indian kid, didn't charge me rent, cooked me food, helped me go to job interviews, all that shit. And I lost him a couple years ago, bro. And he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He'll never be able to see like what we did, bro. But he knew. They both knew back in the day. Like they both knew, like.
But
man,
they were part of the journey, though. You know what I'm saying?
They're the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
They're the reason I'm here. But the fact I made it here and they not here about that shit hurts me, bro. It's tough. And you have to be willing to take that type of pain in as well when you do something like this. It's not just like violence and selling drugs and all that. Nah, bro. You're going to lose people. You're going to lose relationships. You're going to lose family. You're going to lose love. Like, oh, man, this shit hurts, bro. Like, you got to clear it up. It hurts, bro. It's painful. Very painful. Sorry
to hear that, bro. That's tough, especially because, you know, it sounds like these are the people that kept you going, right? Even when family and
they were all I had at one point.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's tough, man. I could feel your pain with that for sure. It's definitely hard losing people now. But I mean, I think, you know, all this stuff, I just look at you and I'm like, it's just fuel to the fire, bro. You know, like you just took those weights, put them on and just kept going, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then it just happened, bro. You lived the dream for him. You know what I mean? So,
because that's all you can do. It's almost the same. I mean, I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but it's the same thing you told me yesterday, bro. And you opened up another eyesight or another eye in me when you told me, like, when your dad passed and you realized he was living his dream out, but because he passed, he never got to live his dream all the way out.
Yeah.
And now you have to make sure that you live it out for him.
Yeah.
I also now I'm looking at it the same way, bro. I was doing it, but I never understood that I was doing. I never consciously thought about it. But
Right.
now that's what I have to do, bro. I have to go to the moon with this career just to make sure I exhausted everything in me to make sure my boys didn't die for nothing. You know what I'm saying? My boys didn't do all that they did for me for nothing. Same thing, you trying to make sure your dad didn't give you everything that you got right now for nothing, in a sense. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
definitely.
bro.
You're on your way, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, for
You're
sure.
definitely on your way.
And you know, and people look at me crazy too about certain things, stuff like that. But you know, the one thing that death taught me is you really only have one life. You know what I'm saying? And you can't live this mapped out life. Like if you feel something, like you got to go for it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's the biggest mistake you made, so be it. But you don't get a second chance to make those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to do
Right.
it. You know, and if you're really about that life, man, like you're gonna make it happen.
Right.
Saying though, like if
Right.
odds are against you, if all the, you know, if you feel negative energy towards you, like it doesn't matter, bro, because like you're so tuned in and you're just strong. Like there's some strong people out there, and I look at you and I'm like, man, it's a strong dude, man. Like inside, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you know, he's got the motivation to go, man. But no, man, I'm sorry to hear that though, because you know I know we wish certain people were here with us to enjoy certain moments of our life, you know. So
I mean, it is what it is, but you know what, bro? I know the reason I'm here today is because of all of our angels in heaven. They made all this happen. I know all my people are up there. They opened up all these doors. I already know because I talked about half of this stuff to them. And now that it happened, I'm just, every time something happens and I'm like, damn, me and Mylan used to talk about that back in the day, or me and Christian used to talk about that back in the day. And then I'm like, oh shit, low key, they're up there opening doors for like, I mean, if you're a spirit, that's where I get spiritual. I'm not too religious, but I'm spiritual in the sense of like, I do believe I got the people who passed on in life that I was close to. They're up there making sure all my doors get open.
Yeah.
They're over here kicking doors down for me. Because to be honest, I don't deserve half the shit I have right now. I really don't. But I know there's another being or another external force making plays happen for me. And
Right.
it's like, that's our angels, dog. And we're going to be good. I know we're always going to be straight. And that's what I try to tell people, bro. As long as you're genuine about what you want in life and you're consistent, it's going to come. It's almost like a guarantee.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
almost a guarantee. If you really, really, like, you have to 150% believe it, though.
right.
Like, if you 150% believe that you can make that happen with no doubt in your mind at all, then it's going to happen.
Absolutely, bro. 100%. How is it being out in LA? Like, is it a lot different than being in Houston? Like, do you feel at home now that you're there? Like, do you care? Just like, fuck it, I'm in grind mode. Like, what do you see yourself out there for a long time?
Nah. I'm never at home, bro. I don't settle. So what I tell all my friends, like, I don't think I'll get married for a long time. Like this to the point where I'm talking about adopting a kid. I think I really want to adopt a kid because I've met a lot of kids that were, I met a lot of artists in my journey that got put in foster systems and they're good kids. They just didn't get any guidance. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to provide them a little bit of guidance just being their engineer. So I always felt like if I ever get to the point where I feel like I want to have a kid, I think I'm going to just go grab, like, not say it like that, like it's some type of item, but it's like, I feel like I want to help someone that needs my help. I don't need to create a new human to go into the system. Nah, I'm going to grab someone out the system and teach them, like, man, this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's an awesome thing that you feel, bro, because that responsibility, most people wouldn't even have that thought. You know what
of
I'm
course,
saying?
but I've done it. I've raised kids that weren't mine. That's where I'm coming from. I've
dope.
taken care of
Dope.
children that weren't mine.
Yeah, that's super dope. Like
I've played stepdad, so I know what it takes, and I understand. Okay, these kids do need that. They need what our parents taught us. They need that strict. That's where we win. To be honest, that's why I think Indians have the potential to be superstars. The amount of discipline that was put into us, we're born to be superstars. We just have that type of discipline put in us from the jump. it's just a matter of all you have to do is not be scared to be you.
Absolutely.
So a lot of cultures that I've been around, they've literally appreciated me off the fact of my Indian roots, in the sense of, oh, you act a certain way, you speak respectable, you're very, you feed people, you know what I'm saying? Like when people come over to my house, I give them food, like, you know what I'm saying? Indian shit, like typical Indian shit. But people are like, damn, that's white, like that's really crazy you do that. So
Let's
if
talk. I see you cooking, bro. You cooking some real meals, man.
But some real Indian meals.
No, he's cooking. Change his name.
I cook everything. Like I try not to make the same dish more than 2 or 3 times, because
Man,
I
that boy
like
really
trying new
Chef
things.
Dillo. Like he really living up to the name, Chef Dillo. Okay, Chef.
I'm trying to. I told myself that once I get comfortable in my career and I have a good little chunk of money and I have a big enough resume, I'm gonna go apply to a culinary school for like a year, just to like learn the real shit. Because right now I'm just learning by myself, just like with my engineering career.
Hey, bro, there's nothing wrong with learning how to cook on YouTube, off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everybody else is doing.
That's true, but I think I'm gonna be the type of person, like I'm gonna be that person who's gonna go to college when they're 50, just to get that degree, just to tell myself, like, man, you can do it. You can get that. Like, it's not gonna hurt. Going to college is not a bad thing. It's just, I think for me, I understood how college is more of a timing thing, whereas like you don't have to do that shit in your 20s. You don't have to do that shit when you're 18. You can go you can go get rich first and then go back to college, just for the not for the certifications, just for that extra knowledge.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So it's like, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm going to end up going to college when I'm 40, 50 years old, just to learn all the stuff that I didn't know, you know?
For sure, bro. There's no, whoever made this itinerary for people in life there's nothing like that, you know? I mean, there's so many artists that go back and athletes that get their degree. Like afterwards, Lil Wayne did it. Shaq did it. I don't know if Shaq bought his, because I heard he was dumb as shit. Bro, I heard in college, he cheated his whole way through school. But, you know, he got money, so he might have been able to flex it a little bit. But
I mean, at that point, they're going to give you honorary doctorates and stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a lot of people, dude. Like JJ Watt's he got his doctorate. I'm like, bro, I know your ass ain't in school, dog. Like, how the fuck everybody become a doctor all of a sudden? That's something you buy, bro. Like,
but then again,
or donate to.
But then again, just to argue for them a little bit, it's like, they learned everything through life experience. So they do have the equivalency of a doctorate in information in their head. They might not know all the textbook shit, but as far as what they've done in their career, they've done the same, if not more, as anybody who's been in that college system and got an actual doctorate in the system.
Absolutely.
So that's where it comes from, in the sense of like, oh, you deserve a doctorate because you did more than these kids that actually went to school. You didn't even go to school, and you're doing way more than these, and you know way more than anybody that ever went to school, because it's not about the textbook stuff, bro. It's about resources. It's about who you know. It's about can you go hire the right person for the gig? Can you make a phone call to CBS? Can you
work harder than the next person, bro? That's really like, if you have work ethic and you have determination, bro, you can go further than any smart ass fucking kid on the block.
By the way,
understood.
Just in case Shaquille O'Neal watches this podcast, you're not dumb, bro.
He's making money, bro. Like, he has his money all invested in businesses at this point, bro. Like, he's killing it. He's got so many franchises, bro. So he's not dumb.
No, so many.
This might sound dumb.
Not only that, he's good people too, because old boy has a lot of charities.
Yeah,
he helps a lot of people. So it's like, I feel like another thing is, bro, I think life is only going to make certain people rich. I'm not going to lie. It's only going to give money to those, like, even though we sit here and we talk shit about the billionaires who don't donate all their wealth, those motherfuckers are still giving off $100 million every year.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So it's like, how can you sit
I
here
hate
and bitch at these people when you haven't gave $1 and you mad that they only gave $100 million? Like, what? Like,
I hate how people be pocket watching, bro. Like,
bro, sad.
You don't even know if this person donated it, like, in, you know, discreetly or whatever the case, but like, oh, he's worth this much and he's only donated this much. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. How much have you fucking donated, bro?
Right.
I hate that shit.
Right. And it's sad, bro. It's really sad.
Gives everybody in the world like a feeling that their opinion is like important. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What they say is important. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy, bro. Like the other day, I was reading something about Adele. Adele lost like 80 pounds or 100 pounds or some crazy shit. She looks like a brand new person. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, really?
she was getting trashed. All these people were like, "Oh, you're not the same person. You sold us out. We're not your fans anymore." All this stuff because she lost weight.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? I just hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
That's,
sitting-
you mean, that's some fake ass fans, bro.
fake ass fans. Like she's trying to be healthy and do better for her life, and like all these people are hating on her. Like I don't know, man. Social media is just crazy, bro. It gives people so much opportunity to say things that they want to say or just get attention. You know, I think
Right.
it's for attention, bro. People just say stuff just to get attention. You know, so
That's
Right.
true because those tabloids do bring in money, bro. Those tabloids
Yeah.
bring in, like, it's sad nowadays. Like, if whether it's good news or bad news, a company is willing to give you an endorsement as long as you have any news.
yeah, absolutely. No,
As long as your name is in the tabloid somewhere, it's like, cool, you're worth something. We can get you to sell one of our products because
Nah.
people are talking because you're trending. As long as you're trending, you're worth money.
yeah.
Yep.
No,
You could be Donald Trump talking shit about black people, or you could be a Samaritan of the world. It doesn't matter. You're all worth money. The full spectrum is worth money nowadays, as long as you're as long as you're trending on Twitter.
absolutely. OnlyFans got people hyped up too.
Huh,
Yeah.
huh, huh.
Girls out
These-
here just doing. They don't even need to work. They just gotta show a little ass and get
Hey,
a subscription service.
There's people,
That's it.
people
I
out.
want to say shout out to them. I ain't trying to inspire no women out here to be thoughts, but I know some women out here, yeah, bro, making a 6-figure salary in 2 days. Oh,
100,000.
I know.
Yeah,
oh,
crazy stuff. You know, and people and these they're not even, some of these artists are not even exposing themselves. You know what I mean? They're just posting, covered up pictures and stuff and just making racks, bro. It's crazy. It's
huh.
a weird time. People just got money to blow, I guess. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Shit.
don't charge crazy. It's like $30, right? $30, 50.
Boy, Josh was looking at some subscriptions.
No.
Hey, Josh got the, hey,
He tried
hold on.
He tried to get a
better-
bundle deal 3 for.
Hey,
Three-
you better
three for
edit
one.
this part out before his wife comes and whoops his ass.
I'm not on the OnlyFans though. No, but I've been hearing all these interviews and stuff, man. Like artists, like, oh man, it's crazy. I'm like, I wish I was a girl sometimes. I'm like, it's so easy to make
But see, that's women taking advantage of the thirst.
so thirsty out here. And then there's so many dudes that just throw money away. It's pretty crazy. It's crazy. Bro.
What's $30, bro? These people out here spending like $60 probably on Pornhub and shit like as a subscription. So it's like, what's an
Yeah.
OnlyFans like? Oh, this is getting crazy, bro. Social media is making, like, the internet is making the world crazy to the point where, I don't know if we can talk about this, but I think there's gonna be robot brothels soon. Virtual reality robot brothel. Did you hear about the guy in Houston?
No, what the
No,
They
what
shut
is
him
that?
down. Oh boy! So you hear about they have sex robots now, right? They got these
Yeah.
robots that you can have sex with.
yeah.
He was trying to start a brothel in Houston with these robots because you can't charge them for
I
human
think I did hear some
trafficking,
shit about like.
and the
something like
city
that.
shut him down.
God, bro, that's so weird.
Bunch of
The city
weirdos,
shut
bro. Like, y'all be
It's
trying to
some
fuck the
weird
same
shit,
robot.
Bro, it's a weird. But aren't they doing it with the same? These
That's
girls?
right. Yeah, I just thought about that. I was like, bro, yeah, I guess everybody's fucking.
At
the
least
same
you can
girls, too.
desanitize a robot.
Yeah, that's true.
At least you can stick a bunch of cleaning products inside a robot and clean it out. It's like,
Damn,
I don't know, bro. And then on top of that, legality wise, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna charge them for?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
what are you gonna charge them for?
There's no
Now these,
and people will do it. There's gonna be guys
bro,
bitch. You know what I'm saying? In that bitch after work, just fucking.
Yeah,
and
bro.
that no, I see that all the time. Have you seen the Lil Dicky show?
Yes, bro.
You saw the scene where this fool has a whole silicone cutout
Yes,
of
bro.
what?
Dog, that show's fucking hilarious.
I started.
Hilarious fucking show.
Cyril put me on. That's a funny show, man.
Bro, it's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Shout out to Lil Dicky, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
Fucking
me too.
genius.
I gotta pee,
If
bro.
I would have met YG like 2 months before that, I would have been in that episode because YG has an episode and his
That's
old
right. He
engineer's
is.
in
He
it.
is. He is in that one.
Hey,
Yeah, that's his old engineer that's in that shot in that scene,
Hey,
Oh, okay.
bro.
Dillo, we're gonna try to. We're thinking about that time to wrap it up, but I do want to ask you, one last question. You obviously been doing this for 8 years. You leveled up recently. You're working with YG, other major artists. What is your, I guess, 5 or 10 year plan? Like, where do you want to, what's your next level up? Like, what do you want to do in the future in this game? Are you going to be engineer forever? What you see plans for yourself? What do you see?
I do see myself stepping away from engineering. As of right now, from the opportunities I've seen, I feel like I have a chance to make it as an A&R in this game because I'm now creating a lot of big plugs just off the strength of my phone number. So I'm starting to realize I have that type of power. If not, I'm a businessman, bro. My family owns multiple businesses. I've been raised in businesses since I was born. Like, my family's owned businesses since they were born. So if anything, I do want to go pop off my food truck. I've been talking about this food truck for a
Chef
minute, bro.
Dillo's
And I
truck.
have a personal chef back in Houston, my boy Saeed.
Okay.
Me and him have been talking about opening up this food truck. I just want to make sure I build enough of a platform with this music shit to the point where I can go open up another venture and it'll still have that same impact and effect as my music career, in the sense of, like, I'll have fans and I'll have customers already coming to me and I won't be starting from ground zero.
For sure.
But
Definitely.
that is another passion of mine. I do want to start that food truck and hopefully a recording studio. But to be honest, with the recording studio, I have to have the right staff. I'm very picky. So
Yeah, definitely. That's dope, bro. That's dope. I mean, I could see you doing all those things, right? I mean, it's the food truck. That's dope, bro. That's
Hey, man, that's perfect, bro. Chef Dillo's food truck, dog. Like, come on,
Right.
man.
right. I
That's
already
like
have the celebrity endorsements. It's just a matter of me getting the truck now.
yeah, no, for sure, dog.
The truck is, I think, truck is the easy part. You got to figure. I mean, if you can get the truck, then you can put everything together.
Of course. But me not knowing anything about the food industry, that would be my, like, instead of jumping into a brick and mortar like most people do, like idiots, you just, man, go start a truck, see if it's successful, see if you can operate a truck. If you make a truck successful, then let's go try a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your
To
go-
the point where I thought about selling out the kitchen at the house. I was like, man, I might start selling plates out the house just to see how the food industry works, just in the sense of, like, how can I keep food hot? What time do I need to cook food at?
Yeah.
How do I deliver to customers? How do I run a delivery? There's like a lot of shit that goes into this. And you have to take into mind of all that, because I'm a business guy, bro. I spend money. So it's like, I want to try different things.
What are your go-to dishes? Like, what do you cook? Like, what's your main thing that you do?
Wings. Everyone loves my wings.
Okay, that's
Ooh.
Everybody loves my wings.
chicken. I love wings, bro. Wingstop. I fuck with it. So,
But I'm the type of person, bro, I can't do simple. I
You like-
hate simple.
you hate-
Like, my process is simple, but at the end of the day, my product has to come out somewhat complex. And it might not make sense, but that's kind of what it takes to make it. Don't make your process so complicated. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, the product can be fucking fire-ish. Like, the product can be crazy fire. That doesn't mean you have to come up with the most complex process to get that product. No. You
Yeah.
can cut corners, or not cut corners, but you can go find the right people to make this product fire.
So you got to work smart, bro.
Work smart. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Work smarter, not harder. Sorry. Thank you, Cyril. Shit. That's that tequila. That's that tequila hit.
yeah, man. Nah,
This is what MG Srikumar felt.
so
All right, man.
for our fast five. So Cyril, go ahead, dog. Hit him
All
with
right.
five. Let's see what he got. Hey, bro, we need a quick rapid
All
fire.
right.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Best restaurant in LA.
Ooh, salsa and beer.
Favorite artist to work with.
YG.
Biggest inspiration.
Mom.
Favorite dispensary.
Ooh, none. The plug.
Artist you're looking forward to working with.
Beyonce.
There you go. Boom. That's a fast five, people.
That's the
You
fast.
already here first.
Yeah.
Dylan, bro, thank you for coming and joining us today. I don't think it's gonna be the last time we have you on, because you're definitely an interesting person to interview, bro.
For sure.
Bro. I
Hey,
got you.
Dylan, what's plug your IG real quick. What is it? Where can they follow you at?
IG and Twitter are both at Chef Dillo. That's pretty much all and my TikTok is at Chef Dillo. I'm going to get more active, but that's all I got for now, fellas. If y'all want to follow me, I post on there. But once my life pops off a little bit more, I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna do a short film, and I'm also gonna start doing websites and things like that. So just stay in tune.
What are you not doing, bro? Like,
Oh, I got a short film in the works. I got some commercials in the works, right? I got some mega commercials in the work. Me and my videographer 9K are working on. Like,
Okay.
I got some stuff in the work I can't talk about right now, but y'all see in a couple months.
Get there after you do it. We'll interview you after you do all that stuff too.
For sure.
I got y'all, bro. Thank you again, bro. This is so dope. Like, for anybody, I can't explain this shit enough, man. For anybody that's watching, man, y'all need to look up to these two guys. Because not only that, when I was growing up, I used to hear y'all's name a lot. Like, in the sense of, like, how do I say it, bro? Y'all were talked about differently. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? In the same way that they talk about me. They talked about y'all in the sense that y'all wanted to do something out of the norm. Y'all were trying to do something at the norm. And I always knew y'all and respected y'all because of that. Because I was like, oh, those are some older guys. Like, I respect the people who do weird shit in the Indian community. Those are the people I want around me. I don't want normal Indian people around me, because then you're going to try to brainwash me into being like you. No thanks. No thanks. So I appreciate y'all. For all y'all young people who need somebody to look up to, man, y'all go follow these two people, bro. They got their heads on straight. Not only that, they've done what y'all wanted to do.
We have good intentions, man. You know what I'm saying? You, Cyril, me, like, we're out here, bro, trying to, you know, like, talk to these kids and be real and, you know, spit facts and not, you know, downplay the struggles, all that stuff. So, I mean, we just got to keep.
I think that's part of this podcast too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to empower the youth, bro. Like,
right.
You know, we want to be who they look up to, and, like, you know, this is like the voice, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we try to.
That's why what you guys have going on right here is so dope, bro. Because I don't know anybody else that's doing this as far as shining light on our community where we have a lot of potential talent, but people need to hear this. Like, I'm sure people are going to show their mommy and daddy this, but guess what? Mommy and daddy need to hear this too. So make sure you show mommy, daddy, ammachi, everybody. They need to understand that your kids are superstars. You guys are raising superstars, so it doesn't make sense for you to hold them back from being that superstar. If y'all want inspiration and y'all want real knowledge, like what most of y'all young people don't have is knowledge and wisdom. And that's because y'all don't go seek it from older people. And the reason I'm successful is because I go ask all these older people, hey, man, teach me something that I don't know. Hey, where am I making mistakes? Y'all need to go ask these two guys, hey, how can I do this? Or what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Just go ask the people that are older and better than you. And trust me, you will make it. You'll figure your way out.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I think that's important, man. The Desi culture, we don't know how to ask for help. You know,
it's tough. It's that pride.
It's that pride,
man.
Gotta do that, man. We gotta ask for help, and I'm gonna do the same thing. If I need something from you, Dylan, I'm gonna say, hey, Dylan, you know, I know you can do the same thing to me, and it doesn't stop at an age or anything like that. It's,
right.
We always got to be helping each other out, man. That's how we get further as a community. So that's the goal of the podcast, man. But thank you again for all the nice words, and we're gonna
appreciate it.
You're doing big shit. We watching you, baby. You keep it up.
Yeah.
Wait till we get done with y'all. Y'all are gonna be doing big shit. We're about to make this podcast pop, bro. Like, y'all, this is so fire. This is so fire. Like, every Indian kid should be listening to this every single day of their life. Like, I don't get it. Like, once I had that conversation with you, bro, I started watching y'all's interviews. Like, I'll watch one with old girl from New York. I want to meet her now. Yeah. What's her name?
Cindy Steven.
Oh,
she's cool as hell. I feel like me and her, I didn't even know there was an Indian girl like her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they made.
I didn't know it either. I was like, oh shit. She's super dope, bro. Awesome girl.
So cool,
bro. She's like, I was like, hold on, bro. That's an Indian girl who's like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. There's just certain Indian people that act a certain way that aren't normally Indian that just attract to me. Like, I'm like, when I didn't know there was Indian people like that on the other side of the earth, and your podcast showed me that.
For sure, bro. And I think what we're doing with what we do is we're making our norm different now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're changing the stigma that we have, and we're making a new norm. So do what you're doing, Dylan, what she does, what we do, like, it's going to happen, bro. It's a slow process, but it's happening, you know? But you're definitely a big influence, man, and inspiration to a lot of people. And we got a lot of support for you out here, man. And we're hoping we just want to see you growing, man. We know you're going to do it too. So,
oh yeah, we got nothing but to do it, bro. We're going to win for the home team. That's it. Like, they doubted us as Indians for too damn long, bro. It's over now. They
For
let
sure.
me in the room. They fucked up. They let me in the room. You shouldn't have let me in the room. Now
Right.
that I'm in the room, it's over. It's
For sure.
over.
Well, shout out, man. Thank you again for joining us. This is DJ Chalk on your block.
This is C Real, man. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.